And that's when a student works towards 2 degree programs, either at the same university or different institutions, completing them in less time than it would take to earn each separately. If a student enrolls in a dual degree program between 2 universities, there's a specific agreement that includes a transfer credit articulation to be sure that you're earning all the credits that you're actually taking during your program of study. And specifically today, we're going to be talking about UNC Pembroke's dual degree program that for short we call a 3+2 between UNC Pembroke and NC State, which is an engineering program and an applied physics program. And we'd like to start out with a little video from the Dean of NC State's College of Engineering that explains the current market for engineers. So let me, okay. Is
it not working?
So the video is hyperlinked to this photo, but it was also pasted in the notes. Is there a way to get that?
Deepa, can you hear me? I don't think she can hear me. Hold on.
Okay. Is there a way to share my screen so that I can show this video?
I don't think she's able to hear me. Oh,
okay.
She's responding.
Yes, I see.
If you can send her the link in the chat box, maybe?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Sounds like something is trying.
Catherine, can we show from another screen? Is it possible? I'm trying to show this screen. I don't know how far it is.
I don't think that's.
I don't know if I can share my screen.
Can you guys see this?
I can't.
You can always.
Computer science, but I have to say that in all of my, we have an event twice a year. Everybody's are invited. That number now exceeds 400. all over the country, although the reality is that many of the folks at Columbia Institute are our own alums. Many of these organizations are saying, go back and find you. I think part of the reason for that.
Dr. Mangini, there's a back feed.
Not working?
It's not, but
Okay. I've posted the link in the chat. I'll just discuss some of the highlights of the video so that we can keep moving.
Okay.
It was the market for engineers right now, the employment rates, and how at NC State they use a graduate school and a graduate fair program. There's a lot of networking with alumni, and those people are going out into those people are going out into the workforce, and then once they've been in the workforce, they're coming back to their alma mater to recruit fellow alumni. Dr. Mangini, is there anything you would like to add?
Yes, I would like to say good morning, guys. My name is Siva Mangini. Actually, I'm from India, and I'm basically a chemical engineer, graduated from University of Madras. And after that, I got my master's from IIT Delhi. Then I went to Canada, University of Toronto for my chemical engineering. Then I went to France to get my biochemical engineer. So I can talk more about engineering for you guys to come to United States and to get a nice degree in both, applied physics from our university, and also you can get a mechanical or electrical engineering from North Carolina State University, which is one of the topmost university in the United States. So let me talk about what the provost or the Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs wants to tell the students about this program. This is a wonderful program because their employment rate is 100%, and the starting salary is about $80,000 to $85,000 if you are electrical or mechanical engineering, and with that, you can get a beautiful job in North Carolina State itself, because we have a research triangle park where you can find all the industries, they are all located in Research Triangle Park in Raleigh, North Carolina. So before the students finish their program, according to Martin Vega, the students get employment in Raleigh itself. So that is what he wanted to tell about, their program and the employment rate about this program. If you have questions, you can always ask me here. I can explain you more about the engineering program. Catherine, you want to continue that? Catherine? Catherine? I think Catherine, she's having technical difficulties. Maybe I can continue with that. Also, Jessica can, help me here in talking about the program itself. When I was a student here, came to Catherine. Oh, you are back here, Catherine?
Apparently, I am. Yes. Hello.
Okay, good. Go ahead from where you left. Wherever you need help, I can start helping you.
Okay, so we wanted to show two little videos, which we are obviously not able to show. So I posted both of them in the chat. The first one is from the Dean of NC State's Engineering School about the market. The second one is specifically about UNC Pembroke's dual degree program with NC State. It's also a good way to see a little bit of the campuses at UNC Pembroke and NC State. So I would really encourage you guys to watch those videos. They're only about 2 minutes each when you get a chance when we're done here with the webinar. So we'll move on to about UNCP and about NC State, and then I did miss a little bit of what Dr. Mangini was saying there at the end, but we can address any questions that you all have specifically about the program as we move through. So right now, UNC Pembroke, the enrollment is 6,200 students. It's the most diverse university in the Southeast United States, and it's located in Pembroke, North Carolina. It's a quiet setting in the southeastern part of the state. It's a liberal arts college with a range of programs, our top three being education, business administration, and the sciences. And then NC State is, well, the University of North Carolina State University is commonly referred to as NC State. Its current enrollment is 34,000 students, so significantly larger than UNC Pembroke. It's located in Raleigh, North Carolina, which is the capital city of the state, and that's about 2 hours north of UNC Pembroke's campus. It is one of 16 UNC system universities, as is UNC Pembroke. We're all connected, sort of, as a university system. And it was founded as an agricultural and mechanical school, and it's transformed into the leading research institution that it is over the last several decades. So what type of student is best fit for our 3+2? One that is academically strong overall, has a strong STEM focus, and has successfully completed chemistry and physics courses in secondary school. And I'd like to offer Dr. Mangini a chance to expand on that, since he is who works with these students particularly.
Okay. To get into engineering, when I was in the high school, I took, only algebra, that was in 1973. We were really into the pre-calculus program, with that, we were very successful in getting into the engineering program because the starting point is a calculus there, When I went to University of Madras, the starting point is a calculus. So here we insist the students should have a strong background in mathematics, which is calculus. Without calculus, of course, there is no engineering at all. Everything is based on calculus. So therefore, if you guys have a strong background in calculus, I strongly encourage you to continue this program. With a calculus, you can get into university physics. There are two parts there, and then university chemistry, which is 2 parts again. That's when the students come here, for a freshman here, we advise them strongly to take the university physics, which is there's a difference between physics. One is college physics, another is university physics. The university physics is based on calculus-based physics. That is what is highly recommended in all the engineering schools across the United States. Therefore, when the students come to US, first thing we'll ask them here to take university physics. Therefore, if you guys have calculus background, that's fine. Otherwise, I can put you both in calculus as well as in university physics side by side, so that we can work with you on this program. That's a requirement. Catherine, can you continue, please?
Yes, sir. Okay, so as Dr. Mangini briefly mentioned earlier in his introduction, one of the things that we know with especially international students is that you want to know your return on investment. So mechanical engineers are starting at about $58,000 per year annual salary, and electrical engineers at $60,000. So we're going to talk in a bit about tuition and cost of attendance, and then you can see your return on investment is actually going to be really significant. So if you are interested in applying to UNC Pembroke's 3+2 program, you will first apply to the university. And there is an international student application, and you would need to submit your official SAT scores, ACT scores, or TOEFL scores. I've included the minimums here. Usually students ask about that, so I've included it in the presentation so you all have it written down. You would also need to submit your certified official transcripts or exit exams and translate it into English if necessary, proof of financial support, and identify in your personal statement for your application that you're interested in this program. That way we can connect you with Dr. Mangini and the other appropriate faculty members. So some other frequently asked questions that we get about the university is where we are. So here's a map of the United States, sans Hawaii and Alaska. And we are on the eastern side of North Carolina, and then you can see the gold stars where UNC Pembroke is, and above that in a smaller blue star is Raleigh, and that's where NC State is. So we are about an hour and a half from Wilmington, which is the beach. And then Charlotte is another popular metro area. We're about 2 hours east of Charlotte. So cost of attendance, always a big question. So for the 2017-2018 academic year, the total cost of attendance is $30,861 US. That includes tuition, student fees, housing, a meal plan, health insurance, other just for incidentals, textbooks. That's what your total cost for one academic year. In the fall of 2018 begins our NC Promise tuition plan, during which our tuition will be reduced to $5,000 per year for out-of-state students and international students. That will decrease our cost of attendance by almost $10,000. So by fall of 2018, you'll be looking at a total cost of attendance closer to between $20,000 and $21,000. Now, the cost of attendance at NC State is a little different. So this is just for your 3 years at UNC Pembroke. But if you started in the fall of 2018 for 3 years, you'd be looking at about maybe $65,000 after 3 years of a total cost of investment. And then you would go on to your 2-year program at NC State. But if you recall the return on investment of the starting salaries being around $60,000, you would earn that back very quickly. And then I've included at the end here useful information on UNCP, the physics department, Pembroke as a town, NC State, their specific engineering college, and Raleigh as a town. But I'd like to open it up to questions now, and as well for Dr. Mangini to include anything else that he'd like to include, and Jessica for immigration. And I see we have a visitor. So, Oni, do you have questions?
Let me talk about my own story here.
Yeah.
See, students coming to undergraduate program, you have to pay a little higher tuition fee because that's how it works. We call them out-of-state tuition for undergraduates. But, I came here as a graduate student, so I didn't pay any single penny because I cannot afford to pay. But the NC Promise, as Ms. Catherine was talking about here, it is a great opportunity for all Indian students. I strongly tell you, I'm telling you one more time, it is the greatest opportunity if you have to come to the United States to get a wonderful degree in mechanical or electrical engineering. This is the way. You cannot go to any other university in the States with such a wonderful opportunity. The tuition fee is, as Catherine mentioned, is really very low. So, if you guys are really planning to come to the United States, this is the best school, I would say. The quality of education is amazingly great. There are 4 faculty members in the physics department. They are Dr. Daruda. He is a coordinator of the engineering program, and his research is all about mathematical physics. And Dr. Dooling is the second guy here. He is a coordinator of the applied physics program, and his expertise is nuclear engineering. So if you guys come here as a mechanical or electrical engineering with an intention, I would say that if you get a master's degree in nuclear engineering, do you know what's the starting salary here? $95,000. And sometime it goes up to 6 digits. You won't even believe it, So we give a lot of focus in that area. So the mechanical engineering or electrical engineering is a way to start your program here in the United States. So this is according to the provost of the North Carolina State University. See, I came here in '96, and I'm working here for the last 21 years. And I really wanted to get into a collaboration with the North Carolina State University, which is about, like Catherine mentioned, is about an hour and a half drive. It's a beautiful campus, and it is one of the top schools in the engineering program, as I mentioned earlier. So I wanted to get into the collaboration. So I talked to the chancellor as well as the provost to see how I can help them to get our students to that university. It took a long time. On July the 12th, we officially signed the collaboration between these two chancellors. Our chancellor, Dr. Robin Cummings, is an amazing guy here. He's all about students and for student success. This is a type of school, you need to come here because it's we give a personal care and personal attention. If you come to this school here, I'm like your daddy here. I take care of everything for you guys until you coming here, and until you graduate from our school here. So this program, as Catherine mentioned earlier, this is a 3+2 program. So when you come to this university here, you will be signing under applied physics program for 3 years, and all the courses are lined up properly for you. And then I will go through every time you register for courses, and then you have to have a good GPA, because in the United States, getting into the engineering program is very competitive. So therefore, I said, as I mentioned earlier, mathematical background is absolutely important here. So you have to have a strong background in mathematics, because engineering is everything is about mathematics. So after you finish 3 years here, we will, in the meantime, we'll be working with the coordinator at NC State, which is a North Carolina State University. The coordinator, they work with us very closely here, and then once you finish the third year here, we forward your application to NC State. And if you have to maintain a good GPA, without good GPA, it's very difficult to get into that program. So after 3 years, so you will be taking either electrical or mechanical at NC State, and then there you will be doing that for 2 years. Once you finish 2 years successfully here, you will get 2 degrees in 5 years. One from us, which is applied physics, and then one from NC State, which is electrical or mechanical engineering. As I mentioned earlier, the job prospects are really great for engineers here because, in the STEM program, not many students come here. That's why, we want to reach out you guys to see whether you can fit into that wonderful program. I know that, your mathematical, as I mentioned here, your mathematical background should be very strong. And I'll be very happy to talk about any questions you have, from there I can move on. The third faculty I forgot to mention here is Dr. Tim Ritter. He's a solid state physics guy here. And then the last one here is Dr. William Brandon. He is a very smart guy. He worked with the Department of Defense for many years, and then he's working on electronics. So anything to do with electrical and electronics, he's a man to do work with. And he likes his students to work with them on a real hands-on research projects. And he will guide you through how to make yourself strong. Okay, so this is our department here, and I'm the department chair of chemistry and physics for both the departments.
And let me chime in and mention the immigration side of it. So when you are admitted to UNC Pembroke, as Catherine said, you will note on your application that you're interested in the 3+2 program. And UNC Pembroke will issue you the immigration document for your program at UNC Pembroke for 3 years. After, within the 3rd year, you will then work with Dr. Mangini to transfer the program from UNC Pembroke to NC State. I will work with the immigration side of that office, which oddly enough, I used to work at NC State. And when I did work at NC State, I actually had all of the engineering schools under my course caseload. So I'm very familiar with their immigration staff there. We will transfer the immigration document to NC State, and they will generate an I-20 for the remainder 2 years. So your visa would be for UNC Pembroke, but it would cover you for the 5 years, and we would transfer your program in the meantime. During that time, you can also work on an internship with support from Dr. Mangini. You can work on campus or off campus if the program requires an internship. And then when we transfer your immigration document to NC State, you can continue working on an internship. Or after graduation, you can apply for optional practical training, which will allow you to work in the United States in one of those fields, either physics and applied physics, or electrical or mechanical engineering. And as Dr. Mangini said, the market for physics and electrical or mechanical engineering in the United States is very, very lucrative and very profitable. And when I worked at NC State, I also did all of the OPT requests for our engineering students. So I saw where they were working. I can tell you that a lot of students that graduate from these programs work for Google, they work for Microsoft, they work all over the country, and I also saw their salary, and they were very, very good for an undergraduate student with those degrees. So for the cost of what it would cost you for a 4-year degree at any other university in the UNC system, you would be getting a degree from both universities, 2 undergraduate degrees. Combined with the NC Promise, the cost of getting that degree is going to be significantly less because out-of-state students at UNC Pembroke are going to only pay $5,000 a year for the 3 years they're here if they start in fall 2018. And the immigration will be very smooth from transitioning from UNC Pembroke to NC State. So this program is if you have an opportunity to look at the links, I highly encourage you to do so. It's going to give you a general overview of both universities and the program, and it's going to be one of the most cost-effective and beneficial programs for any of the international students that participate. So let's, Catherine, if you're ready, let's open it up for questions.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
I have a question to ask. Please type in the chat box.
Hello, students.
I think we don't have any question.
They don't have any question? That means we are very clear. That's what I used to say in the classroom. If there is no question, that means the students have understood everything.
No, you were, and it was such a valuable webinar for the students.
Uh-huh. So which part of India you guys are? Hello?
Please type in the chat box which part of India are you from.
Maybe they are not comfortable in talking.
They can't speak, but they can definitely type in. Oh, he is not from India, he's from Bangladesh.
Oh, they are from Bangladesh. Okay. I see there are 6 there. There are 6 students there.
No, actually it's 4 of us and then 2 more students, I think.
Oh, okay. Where is the other student coming from?
Students, you can type in the chat box where have you logged in from.
Jessica, where do I look for the chat box? How do I do this? Quick walk. I'm not. I see a student is typing, but I'm not. I could not read it.
How do you see that they're typing, Dr. Mangini?
I don't know. What's her name?
Okay, so apparently, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, what's the facilitator's name? I'm sorry, I keep forgetting your name, ma'am.
I'm Deepika, sir.
Sorry, ma'am.
Deepika.
It's over here in the chat.
Because okay.
Oh, so he doesn't
So
have any questions, so we can bind up probably. Thank you so much, Jessica, Catherine, and Dr. Siva for logging in and doing this webinar for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You know, we are always welcome to entertain questions, because only questions can improve your understanding. So that is my philosophy. If you don't ask questions, you're not going to reach anywhere. So therefore, students, please don't feel shy about asking questions. You have to be bold in asking questions, because this is your life. And so I'm here because of asking questions, and never stop asking questions to my professors. And therefore, if you have any question, you see my email contact, just click in, and then even if it is 1 o'clock, I'll answer your questions, okay? So because I love working with the students, and that's my philosophy of life. And that's why I'm here for the last 21 years. Okay, students?
Thank you so much, Dr. Siva.
Thank you very
so
much.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Have a nice day, and Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas.
And a Happy New Year.
Bye. Bye, Jessica.
Thank you. And if you have it, like Dr. Mangini said, feel free to use our contact information to reach out to any of us. It doesn't, even if it's not specific to what we can answer, we will absolutely be able to forward that question on to the appropriate person to get an answer for you.
Sure, we've recorded today's webinar, and this webinar with your coordinates will be on YouTube for students to access. So as and when, if they have any question, they will definitely contact you.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for all the help you have given to us, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. See you. Bye-bye.
It's a great opportunity. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, you can feel free to log off.
Okay, how do I do that, ma'am?
At the top of the screen, next to the American flag, if you click on your name, it will say log out.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy your winter break, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.